by fate, drawn by duty, or chased by fear, 4 souls step into the depths of a world still trembling from the echoes of an elder brain's fall. When the chains of Avernus tighten, one soul claws for freedom, fleeing the ember-lit gaze of a fallen angel who would see them kneel once more. From the shifting mists of the Feywild, a hunter steps forward, guided by whispers of worms and prophecy, tasked with severing the heads of a cult that would wake a god. In the shadow of noble halls, a man reborn walks a perilous path, his body reshaped by an elder horror, his mind defying the hunger that should consume him. Marked by twisted hands of the coven, a wanderer treads carefully, ever watchful for the eyes that seek to claim what was promised. And as their journey continues, so too does the stirring of forces that would see them broken, or worse, bound. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Crit Hit Chronicles and Shadows over Baldur's Gate. As you can see, the beautiful new overlay has a beautiful new background because that is the whole thing with this overlay. We're going to be versatile. Before we get started, real quick announcement. For those who were wondering why Tales of the Valiant did not go live yesterday with the second episode of our little mini-series, it's because unfortunately, Trouble in the Isles is unfortunately not going to happen. Unfortunately, availability kind of fell through, and we want to make sure that the real lives of our players are peaceful and treated with care. So, unfortunately, we will not be continuing that series, but the main campaign will resume not next week because I'm going to be in San Diego for a much-needed vacation, but the week after. So if you're wondering where that story is, don't worry. We've still got some toys and some story beats headed your way. And also, don't worry, because I 100% am going to be having CG Danny B show up on the main campaign in some way, shape, or form. Danny deserves all the love, so we want to make sure that he can enjoy himself in that game. So yeah, so there's that. Also, for anybody who follows the channel, until May 3rd, which is not so far away. At the end of May 3rd, we are going to be doing a giveaway for a Tales of the Valiant starter set. This is the player's guide and the monster vault, everything you need to run your own Tales of the Valiant game. We will be sending that out to one lucky winner. Yeah, that's how that sentence ends, I think. So follow the channel, support us, signal boost, to whatever you'd like. If you have friends who are into Tales of the Valiant or 5e in general, this is your chance to play it, and it's super fun, and we love it here. So yeah, with that in mind, we have a wonderful cast to reintroduce. God damn it, I forgot one more thing. Crit Award nominations are still live for, I think, one more week. If you have a favorite TTRPG content creator, whether they're on TikTok, on YouTube, on Twitch, if they're AP, if they do minis, if they write books, go nominate them, support them. We want to recognize the hard work of those in this space, and yeah, so go do that thing. Go to @Crit Awards, I think, on Instagram, but there are links everywhere. Just look for the Crit Awards and they will direct you that way. Okay, now we have a wonderful cast to reintroduce, so I will toss it to my amazing cast.
I'm Lauren Urban, she, her. You can find all the stuff I'm doing at lauren-urban.com. Tonight, I'm playing Udazash, also she, her, a Dragonborn Ranger Rogue. Yeah, I gotta get used to the Ranger Rogue slash in there. Surprise! Not really a surprise, it was on the overlay last week. But I gotta get used to saying that.
Surprise memories.
All alone in the moonlight, because hi, I'm Omega, also known as Crit across all social media channels. My pronouns are he and they, and I play Leopold Gusmore, a former noble, probably still is noble in some way, shape, or form, human with circumstances, and he is a sorcerer, and he is just trying to get by Um, yeah, trauma.
Trauma. Hi, hello, good dawn, folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu. My pronouns are she, they, and tonight I will be playing Winifred Fithiok, our Hexblood Celestial Warlock, who has also experienced trauma, but we can get into that later.
Hello, everyone. My name is PJ, and I am playing Marcus Hellhammer, the Tiefling Tattooist. Both of our pronouns are he, him, and I'm still excited from what happened last week, and I cannot wait to see what happens this week.
And I am Cujo. I am your chronicler for this evening. Pronouns are also he, him, and I'm everyone else. There you go. When last we left our intrepid heroes, they did battle with Arkhan the Cruel and several other members of the Cult of the Dragon. They had been in the middle of a ritual to take the soul of one white-scaled dragonborn. But before it was interrupted by our heroes. After a very difficult and very intense back-and-forth battle that resulted in our dear Winifred counterspelling not one, but 2 spells cast from the Hand of Vecna, they managed to slay the champion of Tiamat and foil the plot, which was to use the souls of all of the different dragon bloodlines in hopes that it would break the chains that keep Tiamat restricted to the plane of Avernus. In his final moments, Leopold managed to glean one important piece of information, and that was that they needed one more. One white-scaled dragon soul. And just upon understanding that, they reached out to Shale through the telepathic bond, after which the signal seemed to go out. The party quickly made their way over to her after taking Arkhan's body with them to find that Shale was gone. The only thing left was a small piece of paper, a calling card, if you will, with the symbol of the Black Hand. So, you guys are back on the upper level of El Terrell. You have, through some clever use of my least favorite spell as a DM, only because it's fucked me over so many times, transportation via plants from Halson. You are now just, well, some are outside of the winery, others are where Shale was. You guys are a little spread out. So, oh my god.
Chat, I just want to say really quickly, we didn't cast transportation via plants.
Mm-mm.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
Continue.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? It's fine. It's cool. It's cool. It's fine. Yeah. Point the fingers. Point the fingers.
I'm not pointing anything. It was literally your choice.
I was actually yelling at Laura.
Oh, that's true. Also fair. You're right. I join.
Yeah. So, heroes. What happens next? Who wants to go first? Who's doing what?
I mean, sorry, just to set it again. Shale's gone. Marcus went to go look for her in the winery. I'm still outside. I saw the Black Hand. I don't know the context.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else just got there?
They are they had appeared just outside the winery.
Got you.
Also, thank you, Chad. I'm working on my audio.
And how many former prisoners do we have with us? Like, what's the final count?
You have, it's a wonderful question. You would think that any DM would have had that information on hand.
Wow.
Hold, please. Hold, please. While
I mean,
find
I'll
some
also
dice.
take like a general.
You get 21.
21. Ah, blackjack.
Okay, cool, great. Also, to say it out loud, not to worry, but there is a worry. You mentioned that like some alarms started to go off when we left.
Mhm. Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
The conclave that you guys just left is now basically on high alert as they witnessed somebody basically sprinting from the inside of the conclave.
It's true. Great.
Maybe they shouldn't kidnap people. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they shouldn't be doing sacrifices and then letting it happen. Either way, and we have proof. So, either way, I think at the very least, knowing that Marcus is inside right now and seeing that the others have come, and knowing that it was he that set off the alarm, he goes, we should all get inside, like now, like now, like, and then he starts to run.
Okay. Everybody inside the really smelly winery, and then we'll figure out from there.
Leopold, as you say that, you hear as sprinting from around the corner, Mish and
Kellen.
Thank
How
you,
dare you?
Kellen.
How dare you? Wow. I put so much work into these.
It's
NPCs
been a
just
long
for you.
week.
No, I feel really attacked right now. No, it's
Okay, well, that's fine. Yeah, maybe you should feel attacked.
fine. Ooh, well, either way.
But they come around the corner, and Kellen's like, "What happened? What's going on?"
Come.
Oh, okay.
You're fine.
Quick. Join you guys.
And I will make sure that that paper that I saw on the ground, 'cause I saw it from a distance, I will quickly swoop that up. It will float to me. Because no one sees what actually is an invisible mage hand. As it'll come up to me, and I will just make sure I get in with everybody else.
Okay.
I have like 0 spell slots to do much right now. But I will still just okay. Question: is everyone freaking out right now?
Those who have been saved,
Mhm.
there's this general energy. Everything is a little heightened right now. Some of them are a little bit more weakened than others from whatever enchantments were on that cage, but they are still upright. Others are a little bit more amped and just more nervous energy, sort of pacing back and forth, making sure that they're actually safe, but still grateful.
But no, like someone might like freak the F out and like reveal that all of us are in here type of energy.
Make an insight check.
I don't like. Okay.
Can I help with that?
Sure.
Okay. Are you helping me or are you doing your own?
I will offer help.
Okay. That is a 17 on a die, which is the highest one. So that's a 23.
23. Okay. You look around and you definitely notice that there's this like unspoken bond amongst all of them. That like everybody's taking care of each other. Everybody knows to jump in to calm down somebody who's a little bit upset. You don't get the vibe that any of them are about to like snap or go off the rails. Where are you guys hiding? Are you in the winery itself? Are you going down into that basement?
There's a basement, right?
Yes, there is that basement.
If you start to go towards the basement, it's covered with something, right?
Oh,
Because-
yeah.
if someone goes towards there, I'm like, once we leave here, I'll let them out. But we shouldn't trap ourselves down there. We need to get out of here. We need to bring all these people out of here and go somewhere else.
That is true. Okay.
Master Helson,
Yes.
do you have the ability to do that again? Can you get us to a tree outside of the city or something?
I could take everybody to the grove. That would probably be the easiest, as I know of many trees that we can emerge from.
All right. And then we still have Arkhan's body, yes.
I've been dragging it literally, like I haven't put it down. So as I've walked over to like point at the at the hatch, I've dragged the body over. When I walk to go talk to somebody, I'm dragging the body. I just have not let it go.
Udazash, do me a favor.
Sure.
Make me a athletics check.
Oh.
Oh no.
You can do it. I believe in you.
You know, I did it last time. I didn't do it this time too.
Are you proficient in athletics?
Oh no, that's a strength thing. Have you looked at me recently? I am a strength.
You're strong in spirit. I don't know.
I would also.
That is very kind of you to say. I am strong in other ways.
I real quick want to point out, when I was making these character cards, I had to put everybody's stats. I'm pretty sure Marcus is the only character in this party that has a strength above an 8.
Why do you need strength when I can just telekinetically shove someone or carry
It's true.
them?
It's true.
Eldritch Blast all the live long day.
Look, it is the burden of the buff to carry all the fluff and stuff. I will move the body with
motherfucker.
you.
I will give you a brain bleed.
It's okay. I don't use it. I don't. Go ahead and take it from me. My in's a 12. Take my brain. But on that note, if possible, if you allow me, I'd like to give 8 on athletics.
Okay, go ahead and roll advantage.
Let's try it again. Okay, that's way better. That's a 17.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
I will say, you notice something a little strange. Bringing the body through the portal, not a big deal. Moving him around a little bit, not a big deal. But as you continue to move him around, something starts to weigh him down.
I mean, I think at this point is when Marcus comes on over to like give me a little bit of encouragement so I can keep pulling him, because I don't want to. There's something about this creature, this person, this champion of Tiamat that I don't want to let go of the body, especially with the hand and the creepiness and everything. And so I can swear he's getting heavier. Do bodies here do that?
I mean, there's always rigor mortis. Yeah, like body goes, like heavy, like.
That is that heavy? I thought that was just stiff. And then I'll just kind of wiggle the body to see, is he getting stiff or is he just getting heavy?
As you wiggle, sorry,
That's a sentence.
He's just sentence that I didn't think I'd say in life.
Well, listen,
wiggle the
Udazash
body.
is a walking sentence who I'd never expected to say in life.
Arkhan, don't jiggle. He's stiff.
As you make him
We're just-
back that thing up.
Fucking weekend at burning Arkhan the Cruel.
Mhm.
Oh my
As
god, I
you-
want to do that.
As you shake the body a little bit, you can hear the sounds of his armor kind of hitting against itself. You see his limbs move, except for one. The one that doesn't want to move. The one that is seemingly much heavier now than the others.
Okay.
Fine, then we'll make him lighter.
Oh, you want to do that now?
Yes.
Okay. Sure. I mean, I'm still going to drag the body around. Do we want to at least get to the grove or go outside?
I don't know. I don't know how we'd feel about bringing this to the grove, but I don't know if we've got much of a choice. I need a sword or someone who is decidedly stronger than me.
I just point at Marcus.
Hey, Shay, I can do it.
Yeah, I need that hand.
Yes, you do. Out of curiosity, is this axe anywhere on his body? Like, is it visible?
Yeah, I'll say that the Fane Eater is on his back or something.
Okay. Being a warrior and a soldier, I know what weapons work better for certain tasks. If you want to lop off a limb, axes are great for that. So I'm going to grab that axe. I'm going to kind of prep it, raise it high, and with light, almost like I'm splitting wood out in the forest. I'm just bringing it down.
Make me a wisdom saving.
I'm
throw
going
first.
to. Nothing that changes that.
Sure.
But just because kind of fast, and this is. Leopold saw the hand look so different from everything else he saw. It's very, very, very bad magic come from it. As it's happening, you just go, Oh no. Last first level spell slot to at the very least detect magic to see what might happen.
Okay. Um. Before
As you
we
see
get
him doing other things at the same time,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
get to after this.
Yeah, I will say before we get to Marcus's result, you throw up detect magic.
Mhm.
You see the single strongest signal of necrotic arcane magic emanate from that hand. You see it extend almost like veins past the point where that arm ends and extends into Arkhan's. And there's something like boom. There's this pulse that it kind of gives off. Marcus, what was your result?
So a 9. It was a 9, but I have 1 use of Indomitable per long rest.
Okay.
I'm just curious. Does a 9 succeed?
No.
I didn't think so. So I pre-rolled the Indomitable, and that's going to be a 26.
Oh,
Okay.
jeez.
Yeah.
As you pick up the Fane Eater, that mean-looking axe, you hear this voice for just a moment in the back of your mind that matches your own that says, kill them, kill them, kill them. And you focus for a moment, you being familiar with the other voices that sometimes peek in from time to time to give you orders. You're used to this sort of thing, and you just sort of, as Leopold would say, close the door. And you swing down. I'm not even going to make you make an attack roll. It is a motionless body. Give me damage, though. I have to look up what the damage was on that. Hold, please.
Because I imagine it's either a great axe or like a.
It is a
war
great
axe.
axe. Let me see. It's a battle axe. So you're doing two-handed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do 1d10. And it's going to count as a +3 weapon. So plus your strength and plus that +3.
I did minimum damage, but that's going to be 10 damage.
Okay. I'll say that's enough. The axe severs the right along where that gross undead flesh turns into Arkhan's red scales. You sever right at that line.
I am not touching that shit with my bare hands.
Thank you.
So Winnie takes off her cloak, and like quite literally plops it over the hand, fold, scoop.
Cool.
Okay.
I would say Leo also could grab it with Mage Hand if necessary. Because no.
Yeah, no. And like Winnie is locked the fuck in. Like she's not letting anybody take this fucking hand from her.
Mm-hmm. I think he just as Winnie begins to wrap it up, it's just Marcus for a moment. It's not going to actually do anything because I'm not intentionally using a bonus action to do so. But as you lob, you feel your like a pressure, like wherever your body is facing, where the thing is, you see you feel a pressure almost like trying to push you back. Something's trying to just get you away from it. It's not a full telekinetic shove, but you know that something's like, please don't.
Please no.
Please don't. But as that happens, I don't think I have to tell you because you also, I assume with your connection to your matron that you know necrosis and stuff. So still studying. That is a lot. And then you take what you think I meant by a lot, and then like do the multiplication thing, like by 3, maybe 4, sometimes 4.5 or something like. It's a lot.
Winnie sort of chuckles and nods. I know what it is, and I know who it belongs to, which is why I intend to take it to my matron.
Who does it belong to? Oh, never mind. I don't need to know. Maybe if you even say their name, it might just be a bad. I don't like that. So
I know it is a name that I do not like to repeat, but safe to say, one of, if not the most powerful lich to ever walk this plane.
While they're having this discussion, like Udazash is nodding along because she remembers the conversation. She's also searching the rest of Arkhan because, like, okay, we got rid of the hand.
Yeah.
Marcus got the axe.
Mm-hmm.
What else has he got on him?
Let's loot the body, shall we?
And at this point, I think she's
Taking his
less,
shit.
It's less interest. She's less interested in like gold or even magic items, and it's more, does he have notes? Does he have anything of value of information that could be helpful to plans? Does he have anything? Like, she'll still take a coin purse, but it's mostly, does he have a journal? Does Arkhan have a diary?
Make me
Ooh.
an investigation check.
Okay.
Could you imagine his diary's like, Dear diary, today I killed ... like a ton of people.
It felt so good.
Continue on page 2.
Hugs and kisses. Arkhan. 10.
10. So on his person, you find, you found the Fane Eater, his battle axe, which is going to count as a +3 weapon. It is going to deal an additional 2d8 of cold damage. And if you swing with both hands and get a natural 20, you add an additional 2d8 of necrotic damage.
Oof.
There is the suit of obsidian flint dragon plate armor. And he doesn't have notes. He does have a small pouch of these small, almost black iron looking coins that have a strange insignia upon them. I had one here and I don't remember where I put it. But
Does she know what they are? Hold
like
on.
all of us who's gotten PR from wizards looking for our soul coins.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you got PR. A friend gave it to me for my birthday. Thank you.
Sorry. nice humble brag, Stevie. We
I'm
love
not
you.
cool enough to get PR
Yes.
from fucking.
Love you.
Love you, CB.
Love you, CB.
Like
So-
you see.
I don't think Udazash knows what these are, but because Lauren knows that at least Marcus knows, probably others, she's going to reach into the pouch and grab one, which I know is a bad idea, and pull one out and go, these are ugly. What are these?
Storyteller, I
You
know
know what they are.
Okay. I immediately go, oh shit, no, you won't put that down right now. You want no part of that.
They're very hot. This is probably what was so heavy. Oh, these very, very heavy. How many are in there?
Oh,
There are 7.
Oh, there's
Oh.
7 of these.
matron, preserve us.
What? No, he's probably actually not even paying attention. He's over with Cullen and Mishka, or starting to do. But yeah.
Okay, well, we don't have enough time to be preserved by the matron. I'll deal with this later, and I'll put it in my bag next to the lantern. Anything else? Yeah.
So we got 7 soul coins. We got obsidian armor off his body here.
I mean,
Winnie-
to be clear, I haven't taken the armor off because I know that is going to take a long time, and we don't have that kind of time. So
He
mostly-
big.
yeah, he big. she's also not wearing the armor. No, none of us are wearing. She might have unbuckled
This
a
is
couple
totally
of things to
Leopold
look.
coded. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
right. He could
She
pull it
might
off.
have
Please.
unbuckled a couple of places to look where she might think something might be hidden, but nah, she's not taking the armor. Anything
mean,
else?
okay.
Technically speaking, the only person who could wear the armor is me. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah.
Oh no, this was a loot haul for Marcus.
Yeah.
Just so we are abundantly clear.
There,
Yes.
yes. Shadow. Thank you for the 2 eat the wets.
Oh, jeez.
I don't have. I need to
Um,
get something to drink.
There is.
Empty.
Thank you for tapping so that we.
Yes, I'm tapping
check.
the wet.
No.
Happy
Thank
Pride.
you. Let's move on.
Oh no! Don't choke on bitter coffee.
No, that was just water, just bones in that water.
You do find one item that's a little intriguing. It's not a letter.
I mean, everything has been intriguing, but sure.
Fair. It is a horn. A horn that it looks like it was broken off. That when reattached, it looks like it would kind of curl back and then up. It is like a slate gray.
Does
It
it look
doesn't-
like a trophy or a like it's been turned into a instrument or?
It looks as you observe, you look at where the horn disconnects, and it has been made into a drinking horn.
Gross.
Road.
Yeah.
Stick it in the bag.
I do technically still have it. I'm probably looking back every now and then. Is it giving off any aura, or is it just a mundane?
The
horn.
The horn.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's not giving off any magic.
Yeah, great.
Okay, so I don't know if your detect magic manifests any sort of visual.
Not for anyone else, no.
Okay, I don't think Marcus would know. But he's definitely looking at the suit of armor, going like, "My armor's pretty good, but that could be better." But everything about this guy really gives me the absolute heebie-jeebies. I have no idea if I even want to mess with that armor there.
That's true. Also, I don't know how long we have. I think we need to leave before everybody from there gets here. Where is Shale? We should probably find Shale and get Halson and go.
Yeah.
So the thing about that is, I'm gonna get out the piece of paper with the black hand on it, and I'm gonna
I thought.
say, I thought.
Omega.
Leopold, did you have
Omega? Wow. So CB has it. Yes, Leopold has it. Wow.
Okay.
Um,
Then I'm gonna make a gesture and probably point to Leopold and say, unfortunately, Shell ain't here. She was taken.
What?
yeah, a lot has happened. Sorry, I was trying to one moment. In the moment as they were doing the looking, you would have seen that he did some conversion of his own resources. AKA, I barely have enough to do this. I am getting rid of a second level spell slot to get 2 sorcery points back, and then with the remaining sorcery point I have left, I have 3 to psionically cast sending. And I'm sending to Granny.
Okay.
And it's just Granny. Before I actually said this, what is the place we just came from called?
The Bright Shield Conclave.
Bright Shield Conclave. Okay. Granny, it's me, Bright Shield Conclave. Wait. Starting over. Wait, I can't do that. Arkhan, no, don't know his name. Crap. Bad, but okay. Got prisoners. Dragonborn. Help!
I love you so much.
I really struggled there, y'all.
That is
You can
100%.
actually see where the lines of character and player.
That was absolutely beautiful.
Ladies and
What would
gentlemen,
happen?
the reality of D&D.
Yeah. Holy shit. I love that.
That was
so
beautiful.
That
What
was-
makes
that
it
was-
worse is that's the only time I can cast sending right now until we look rest.
So there's
You-
Granny, she's like, I have to Sudoku this bullshit out of
Yeah.
my...
Yep.
much. She's doing Sudoku. Oh man. You hear. Oh, I think I understood. I don't know that name. But if you have prisoners, bring them here. We can keep them safe. We can maybe find a way to get them out of the city. And then you just hear, all right, so yes, go ahead and finish those croissants, and then, oh yes, I'm working on your egg sandwich, and then like it cuts off.
Yep, that is my last sorcery point.
Oh, boy.
Just sorry. And then as that happens, I will the piece of paper, the black-handed paper, will float over to Marcus because he doesn't know the context, and he'll just say that was we looked, and the only thing I saw was that, and I thought it was maybe, isn't there a god with a hand? Because I thought they were connected to the right. I don't know, but we can't find Shale. And I tried to contact her via my magic, and it went through but didn't, which it felt like it was blocked, which meant it went through with intention, I think, but also was blocked. So she's not dead. At least she wasn't when I cast the spell.
Okay. I need like 30 minutes, an hour. I can scry, but I don't have anything left in me now. Fuck.
So wait, this was left where she was,
No, it was on the ground around
but
here.
like in the area where she was.
Well, here, yes. She was
Okay.
here, yeah.
Okay, she's still alive. We probably have some time. We have to just go find her.
I don't know what the black hand means. I'm sorry. I wish I
Oh.
had more information.
I don't really know either, but Marcus, do you remember a couple hours ago when we were trying to sneak and you failed at sneaking, and then Winifred like scared all of those people, and then they were like, "Oh, well, I'm super scared, but the Black Hand is gonna go ahead and take care of you." And I thought at the time that they were just trying to cover up the fact that they were super scared of Winifred. I had that in the back of my head. So if they've come for Shale, then they've kidnapped her to try to get us to come to her.
Yeah, that tracks that dude, but also maybe they also looking for the whole Bright Shield cult. They see a dragon, they take a dragon down, don't they? So it could be anybody.
Maybe, but they obviously want us to go to them, or else they wouldn't have left the calling card. I have done lots of kidnappings. I know how this works.
You know, Uri, that's what I love about you. I learn something new every day. I learn something new about you every day.
As Udazash says that, Kellen and Mishka just look at Leopold. Who did you associate with? Also, you look like shit.
Oh no, I definitely went back to normal. I went back to human.
Okay.
No, I didn't. No, I'm the amalgamation right now.
Yeah.
I'm not illithid. I said I have Marcus's build, I have Udajash's height, and I have Winnie's color.
Oh no.
So I am just this yoked, tall, purple person. And I'm just like, oh, yeah. Back to normal Leo.
Okay.
A lot happened, and they're cool. I would say, they I think they can probably help me figure out all of this. They're really powerful.
Okay.
Not saying you're not, of course. I mean, you can come with us, obviously. But...
Mishka's like, come with you.
Well, I don't know what's happening after this, and I don't really know what's. No. next?
Well, what's next is we've got to get all of these people to safety because we promised Shale that we would do that. And so we need to get all these people to safety because after this, then we're going to rescue Shale. And when we rescue her, the last thing I want to do is tell her that we did not get these people to safety because then she will yell at me. And I don't want that.
I can safely guide them to the Emerald Grove until such a time as they can return, or they can remain if they would like. It will be much safer, and my order will make sure that no bright shield or any hoping to continue Tiamat's machinations will find them.
So we got all these here people gonna go to the Grove, and they're gonna be safe. Damn. We gotta find Shale. We gotta find her quick, because she could also be next in this entire thing. Now, you said the Black Hand was an organization. I think you're right on that. I believe that. We gotta find them. So, how do you find an organization that likes to hide?
Well, we ask around and figure it out. Every organization has a way of figuring out where they are.
We could do that right now, though. I think we're kind of a little popular for all the wrong reasons to be asking publicly, though.
Sorry.
We also, and I think like he kind of not turns from, but like just intentionally looks at the group. I think he also is probably holding Kellen's hand.
Mm-hmm.
And he, that was a lot. And I don't know what you adventuring types do. But I feel weak, so I don't know how much I can do tonight.
We can't. If the people who've taken her are looking for some kind of fight, we can't go after them right now. I don't have anything left either.
Well, Marcus is right. We have to find them. They might be really good at hiding, but they also want us to find them, or else, they wouldn't have left a calling card, which means they've left breadcrumbs, which means we have to find breadcrumbs, which means they've given us time to find breadcrumbs. So we've got time. First, all these people. Are you all okay with going with Halson to Emerald Grove?
They all kind of look to each other. One of them speaks up. We'll say it's a brass dragonborn. I mean, it's a good place to restart as any.
I'm
Be
assuming
safe
you'll be
there.
able. Sorry.
No, you'll be safe there.
We can't thank you enough for what you did in rescuing us. Please know that we've already been discussing we will find some way of paying you for this act. You've saved us all.
Don't.
Okay. I'm not worried about that right now.
All right. Halson says, all right, everyone.
Oh, wait. And then Udazash is gonna run over while she is digging around in her bag, and reaches way down and pulls out a napkin and comes up to him and says, just in case I don't see you again, and unwraps the napkin, and there is a gorgeous flower sitting on it. I think it was a rose? Oh my, why don't I remember what it was? Yes. A rose sitting on it, and says, so remember how I said I had a thing from Queen Titania to give to you so that, this.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is what I've got. Don't sniff it until you want to go and see her, or else none of these people are going to be able to go to the Emerald Grove.
All right. I will keep this in mind.
And I'll kind of wrap it back up in the napkin and present it very weirdly formally,
He 100% recognizes the need for ceremony sometimes, and he stands up a little straighter. I accept this boon on the behalf of my Emerald Grove. And he kneels and holds his hands up.
And she'll place it and step back and say, Queen Titania would like to see you at your earliest convenience.
Then I best make haste. We would not like to make the Queen of Summer angry.
Oh, no. Absolutely not. Also, thank you for helping save all of these people.
Thank you all. Without your intervention, I fear that my skills would not have been enough in rescuing all of these souls. Thank you. And he thinks for a moment. He waves his hand at the base of the tree you all came out of to come back here, and one of the trunk branches like extends out to a little wand. And he plucks it and flips it and hands it to Udazash. Should you have need of me, simply activate this wand, and I shall arrive.
Thank you. And I just hold it out to Winifred. With the obvious, like, this is awesome, but this is not a thing I do. Why are you giving this to me?
I should not be in charge of this.
This is not, you've given the wrong person the wrong weapon. Thank you.
I am going to abuse this. Take it.
Maybe abuse. Also, like, this does not shoot arrows. Why are you giving this to me?
Winnie will accept it, and thank you, Master Halson.
Of course. He rises, and again, there's this smile on his face that wasn't there before. He turns and organizes the 21 into 2 lines and says, I can only do this particular spell 2 more times, so there are many of you to have stepped through these branches. I would please like to recommend hurrying as quickly but as safely as possible, and don't get caught in the middle. All right. He casts the spell, and eventually all of those who were rescued step through. I'm gonna make a roll. Okay. Soon enough, the branches close at the trunk of the tree, and Halson and those who he had saved have all safely made it to the Emerald Grove. So, what happens now?
We need to get out of here.
Granny knows. Well, I hope she does. I don't really know where we can go. But, I mean, we can always go back there, but that is on the lower part of town. And I don't think any bells have been rung outside of that.
There are a few, and you realize that there is one who stayed behind. Serenity, the white-scaled dragonborn that you had saved from that ritual.
Our badass monk buddy.
I'll take it.
Let's go.
She is perched on top of like one of the broken pieces of wall and is just like hand to the ear, almost a little too picturesque with like the light of the moon behind her. There are a couple. We should find our next destination rather quickly.
We need to get back to Granny's. I think that's going to be the best bet. At the very least, there'll be a place for
yes.
us to rest.
Plus, I need a new scone.
I was going to say, if we don't want to do it for whatever reason, there's also the taverns or 2 we've been to. I mean, they seem to take coin. If they let Gable in, they let anybody in, so we should be fine.
I just.
Sounds like Granny's is a good place to at least start.
At the very least.
And
Also, we
she-
should probably let those poor bastards out of the cellar.
Yeah. I was gonna do that when we were leaving so that we don't have to talk to them.
Mishka and Kellen speak up. Mishka specifically. We can handle that if you want. You all look exhausted. We're more than well equipped right now. Go get to Granny's. We'll be there in, I don't know, a couple steps behind you.
It's just removing the big block. I kind of promised that I would do it, but I appreciate the offer. And this is one of the last things I promised to do today. So
Kellen also would have gotten a hand squeeze because Leo needs this is going to sound weird, and I'm going to say this. It is not what I mean when I say it. Leo needs comfort and self-care. That doesn't mean he needs things with these two. I just think he needs familiarity.
Okay.
Because this is a lot. I think this was his first true, like, big fight.
He's learning.
And I think he just needs a night of cuddling both of them.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I think comfort and self-care are actually very appropriate words for this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So yeah, as we're leaving, Udazesh will go on over, and that'll be like the last thing she does is remove whatever we use to block the thing. And then if anybody happens to see her, she lets out this like enormous sigh, like that was a lot of promises that she had made and a lot of things that she had said that she was going to do. And now she's got a bunch of them off of her plate all at once. And as a fellow Fae creature knows, like, that feels so good to be like,
Winnie's gonna know what that is.
Yeah, I have fulfilled several obligations today. Okay, and then she'll rush to catch up.
Okay. So, what's up, Omega? Okay. So, you guys are on the second level. I'm gonna say the alert from the Bright Shield Conclave has basically stuck to the conclave itself and maybe the surrounding 100 feet or so, as some of those soldiers have begun to spread out to try to find the two individuals that they saw break their perimeter. You guys know that you have to get back to ground level. There is an elevator that will do so, but per your last discoveries, you know that there will be Bright Shield at the base level. So, what is your plan?
I mean, if they're evacuating the conclave because there was an incursion. Listen.
I need you to be the alert voice in a base. There's an incursion. Evacuate the conclave.
So like the piling into the back of a cart worked once. If it ain't broke.
Not wrong.
Hold on.
I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel here, y'all. We just need to get the fuck out.
High or low?
High. Fuck.
You see the same cart having now been turned around. It is clearly made the wide circle and is now at their last stop, trying to sell finery and different fabrics. And look at this portrait that somebody made. It's quite beautiful. This salesman who is in control of the cart is very clearly trying to sell somebody on some of his wares.
Oh my God.
The tarp mysteriously has disappeared. No understanding as to why. But but the cart is there. And he looks preoccupied.
I mean, we're in a defunct winery. There's got to be shit somewhere to cover.
I'll give it to you. That's fair.
Okay. All right.
Like one of the tablecloths will work.
Sure. Fuck it. Let's go.
Okay.
As we get close, and when he grabs a tablecloth, Zash is gonna snicker and go, "Oh, we're doing it again! Perfect!" And I will use my last second level spell slot and cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
And Leo I can also, if things get worrisome, I do have a little bit more of an ability to maybe, I don't know, cool things down. But I don't know if I actually can do that. So, be the first time.
Mishka tucks her arm into yours and says, "What are you talking about, darling? Don't you remember we're members of the upper crust? We can come and go as we please, remember?"
No.
Hold on. My neck popped when I did that, and I like the idea that Mishka's neck, like...
Just.
They technically haven't seen me. That is true.
Mhm.
Okay. Wait. Remind me, 'cause I don't remember myself. I think I was a normal Leo. No, I wasn't. I was a noble. I was a random noble person. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to ask if I can roll. I don't know. You tell me what the roll is to see if he remembers exactly what he did. God, I think this is a little bit of a panic situation.
Make me a history check.
Now, I know I asked that knowing I have a +0 to history. But I think it is very fair that he is not.
We love a self nerf.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it would also be fair that Mishka could help you in this.
Oh, actually, no. Dang it, tartar sauce. Wait.
And we're back to the tartar sauce.
I mean, I tried. I tried.
It's the first legit tartar sauce I've ever heard.
let me do it like this. Because I don't think that he has the ability this very second to like look into Miska's mind to like actually confirm. But what he can do is, before I say what that is, what he can do is just give me a moment. Wait. Give me a moment.
Okay.
And as he says that, everyone is frozen for 6 seconds. As I'm going to cast Moment to Think as a bonus action. That gives me an additional action to be used to search, study, or utilize something. Basically, trying to double remember. So can I do 2 history checks? Can I literally get another action?
So cool.
This
love
is
that.
so fucking funny.
Literally.
the most non-combat use of this spell I think ever. Yeah, go ahead and make me another history check.
Hey.
I'll say with advantage because I like this move.
It was amazing.
Listen, sometimes self-nerfing tells the story. I said, one was a natural 1. 16.
Okay. With a 16, you're able to recall like 95% of the features.
Okay, I'll take that. And then as everything suddenly like unfreezes, he goes, "Oh, okay, yes, shoot." And I think like the hair is maybe like slightly like here. Oh, it's given like berries and creams, guy.
Oh God.
The page boy cut. Oh my god.
Oh, the page boy. The page boy cut. No.
Look, I gotta hand it to He-Man. He's the only person I've seen that made the page boy look good. You know what I mean?
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Holy crap. Serious.
Okay. Also, DM, I'm just, because this is a loot haul for Marcus, while all of that nonsense was happening, would we have been able to get the armor?
Yes. I will
'Kay.
give that to you.
It's going in the bag of holding, because I have a goddamn bag of holding and I'm going to fucking use it.
Okay. Where's the hand, by the way?
Under her arm.
Okay. Just curious.
I'm not putting that shit in the bag of holding. Are you crazy?
I'm just curious.
Shut up.
Mishka, as Leopold's form shifts to that of the noble, she's like, shall we? And Callan's like, and then goes invisible.
It's like help. But he will. Yes, he will start to go with.
Okay. I will need stealth checks from Udazash, Winifred, and Marcus.
Okay. And plus 10 to this.
Yep.
Did
Jesus.
Something.
You know, for a guy who's got disadvantage on stealth, that doesn't suck.
That plus 10 goes far.
It really
Yeah.
does. Because that takes, so I rolled a 17 and a 14, so that puts me at a 25 stealth.
Jesus.
Yeah. Advantage is great, but sometimes a flat bonus is just.
Yeah.
Mhm.
31.
Okay.
34.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
Casual 34.
I have
You
no
guys-
strength. I have dex. That's
That
what
works.
I do.
You guys, as before, climb into this guy's wagon, and he is in the middle of really trying to sell a bust of this noble from Baldur's Gate, and this customer is very clearly like giving the signs like, please leave me alone. But yeah, you're able to crawl into the cart without problem.
Does Udazash do the gecko cling again?
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, we're doing the same thing we did last time. She does the same thing we did last time.
God, that's so terrifying.
It's amazing. I love it.
Oh.
It's
She does have
perfect.
that moment of like, but we're missing Gable, so it's weird, but
All right. Eventually, the merchant gives up. And we'll say it this time, just so everybody's reasonably together, unless, Leopold, you have another idea. Mishka was going to sort of half lead, half just walk alongside you, so that you guys are close enough to the cart as you started heading towards the elevator.
Yeah, I think the point, the intention is to make sure we kind of get out at the same time, but we were two separate entities. Well, I guess the question is, actually, this has changed things. Who was leading the cart when it came up? That one random guy?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have that random guy anymore.
That it's the same random guy.
Oh, it's the same. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
gotcha. I thought that we just had the cart, not him. All right,
Gotcha.
great. Then yeah, we're probably behind, most likely.
Okay.
Just because everybody's evacuating, maybe.
Okay.
So yeah, but it's close enough.
I will also add that walking sort of in between cart and you guys is Serenity, who has definitely taken like one of those old like cloaks and just put it around herself and put the hood up and just sort of keeps it closed enough that nobody can spot her as a dragonborn walking on this upper level.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, is it also potentially smart to have her in the cart because she was specifically somebody that was taken?
Yeah, if she can,
Sure, we can do
if
that.
she can squeak in.
plus 10.
That is
She's a monk. She's probably got
25.
some. Yeah.
25.
25. You will say, you know what? I like the idea that Udazash, you get into position just as you look and see Serenity on the other side of the cart, also clung to the bottom, like. You all approach the elevator, and the gentleman with the cart just sort of tosses a couple gold coins to the Bright Shield who controls the lever up here. What do you do, Leopold? You see the Bright Shield sort of keeping a weather eye. He looks tense, but he's really looking at everybody that's walking through.
Yeah. If he's not giving the group in front any issues just yet.
He looks like he's really like giving a good solid look, but
Yeah.
he doesn't have the authority to like conduct a full search, but he's really trying.
I think then he will just kind of like mentally to Mishka just don't do too much, but just follow my lead. I think if I'm getting that vibe from him, and he will say, were there any like landmarks that we saw? Landmarks as in like certain buildings, a tavern, things of that nature on the way from where we were to here now.
You saw a temple to Palor.
Oh, that's mean. Okay. When we get to close enough and he's kind of like looking at us, he's just going to say, I think it will be good for you to know that, not to, they say snitches get stitches or whatever they say, but I saw someone run towards the temple, maybe to hide, so you might want to start looking over there.
Make me a deception check with advantage, please.
What are you? Oh, not a natural one. All right, let's do that. All right, that's the first one. Okay. Deception, you say?
Mm-hmm.
15.
He kind of looks in the direction of the temple. Thank you. It'll be 5 silver to take the elevator down.
Oh, okay.
Can you go take a? He said,
Do I have 5 silver? I think I do. I think he does. He's a freaking noble. Yes. He will hand 5 silver. He'll give 6. And he'll say, just for your troubles. I'm worried about whatever's there.
Understood. We'll make sure to investigate immediately. Thank you so much for this information.
We deserve to make El Terrell great again, so we need to make sure. We need to make sure that we keep ours safe. I'm clocking out.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's
does this
it,
mean
folks. That's the end.
Nope.
does this
we're
mean
gone.
the bright shields are going to come out in little red hats that say Miga on it?
Oh.
Big
No.
altar? I'm
Nope.
joking. I'm not
Nope.
manifesting that at all.
I can't. Player
I wanna,
inspiration is a thing, but I can't give D inspiration.
okay, we'll just roll poorly. The gods will punish us. But I just want to give a shout out to the chat who's saying everyone roll 1d6 psychic damage. I'll do that because I deserve it.
It might be persistent. Yeah.
It's one, but it's
Yeah.
damage. So.
You sense a disturbance somewhere from where Leopold is speaking. Okay. Fuck you. You guys ride the elevator down, and as it sort of finally gets to ground level, you can spot that there are some tense words exchanged with other Bright Shield that are kind of out and about on the street. And there are, similar to what you guys saw in the bakery, everybody's kind of keyed into that. Everybody finds that interesting. Nobody's blatantly like looking, but you kind of get the sense that every time like a group passes by a couple Bright Shield who are talking very tensely to one another, that one of them kind of like gives a look back, kind of has a little smirk, and then just kind of continues on their way. But you guys continue your travel through the streets. Leopold, as you are walking with Mishka and are like out of eyesight of Bright Shield, you feel an invisible hand once again just find yours and just hold it again. And you just hear, it's only a few steps away. Let's just get back. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Just.
Mishka's other arm or other hand that's not looped into yours just kind of like caresses your arm a little bit. We're almost there. It's okay.
I mean, he's keeping up the facade right now as much as he can. What's happening here? There we go. And as long as the group seems fine, and he doesn't have to make any reactionary actions, he's keeping it chill.
Okay. You all are going to make it back to the bakery. There's going to be a couple of like small lanterns lit at those tables. The bakery is clearly closed to customers, but you can spot Granny and a couple other people who work there sitting at those tables, just sort of eagerly looking out the window. The moment they see you, one of them will say it's a half-orc, kind of like turns, says something, and the doors are unlocked and opened to you all. Oh, please, quickly, come in.
I need to go to the temple.
Well, you can't go. They are all out in force. Are you sure you're going to be all right?
I do have the broom. I could just go up.
Vinny, I will come with you. I've got the lantern.
I don't want to tell you all what to do. There's
But you
a
have a
lot
suggestion.
happening here. If there's a way to hold just until everything cools off. Elturel is it's very easy for things to get tense, and when it's this tense, things can be hectic very fast. I understand it seems that time is of the essence for the two of you, but
I also don't want this thing to be out and about any longer than it has to be. You said so yourself. It's powerful and dangerous. But where I'm taking it, who I'm giving it to, at least it'll be out of play.
Look, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, because I think you're doing the right thing, you. But if there's one thing I know, is that crossbows still exist, and they go a hell of a long way up. So if you're gonna go do this, you gotta do this right. And I extend a hand, asking for yours for a second.
It's like a half second of like, not hesitation as like does not want to, just uncertainty, but
Yeah. And after business, come on now. Okay. I get out that golden pen and I kind of dab it on my tongue, and the sparks kind of shoot off. And I say, now this gonna feel like I'm scratching you a bit, because I am, but you'll be fine, okay? And I start making a circular outer ring, what looks like a horrible series of scratching letters and just circles upon circles with these awful runes. And when it's done, kind of try to make the skin a little less irritated, and I give you the rune of Hutjin, so that when you activate this, you'll have resistance to all piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning damage. So if you're flying on a broom and they try to shoot you down from the sky, you can go a little bit longer than normal.
also whatever pain there is, Winnie doesn't flinch.
Marcus definitely clocks it, and there's a moment where he's giving you a bit of a steely-eyed. He's like, "Are you trying to be tough, or you just, you know what? We're gonna have that conversation later. I'm just gonna do this tattoo really fast on you." And yeah, and there you go.
Okay.
Udazash, if you want to come with me, how long does Pass Without a Trace last?
Oh, it's 10 minutes. It's gone.
Ass.
I'm sure it's been more than 10 minutes to ride the elevator.
It
so.
has. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's fine. That's fair. This is equal parts Winnie wants to get this done, and Laura doesn't want to hold on to this thing any longer than she has to. It scares me.
No, I think that's totally fair.
Yeah.
And yeah. I think you take to the skies, and I stay down low, and we meet at the temple, and we take care of that, and we take care of this, and then we go back. And we just be sneaky and quiet, and nobody notices either of us.
If we need to, we can also just stay at the temple. The gentleman who runs it, he's offered me shelter before.
Okay.
think one trip might be safer than two.
I've never stayed at a temple before. That could be fun.
It's quiet.
That helps with the sleeping. Okay, so, and I'll look back at everybody. We're going to stay at the temple, so do not be worried when we don't come back. You're looking worried anyway.
Yeah, Mishka speaks up. No, this is not our worried face. Why would you think that?
Because it's a worried face.
This is just how I look.
Mishka,
Hmm?
we'll be as safe as we can, I promise.
Fine, but if you end up in a El Terrell milk carton, I'm not going to look for you.
I wouldn't expect you to.
Okay, maybe eventually I would.
Yeah, Leopold's not holding his worry back, but he doesn't have autonomy over these folks and never will. And he's just going to, hope that they are as safe as they can be. This is
So
their
it's-
own journey, but
It's all over his face.
oh, absolutely.
Buddy.
100%.
Okay. Before she steps out, Winnie will just take hand in both of hers. We'll be back.
Okay.
Squeeze.
I can't even do that right now. Wait, what can I do? I can technically do that, but I need a Thulu. I hate it.
Oh, buddy.
Literally need. If only I had Wither and Bloom. Fine.
Just keep pushing that. Go right.
I think because he has seen what they can do, both just with Winnie's power and Udazash's swiftness, he has a little more faith in Udazash in this specific thing. So don't have to worry about twinning. He will just, I think he does actually like take your hand or your shoulder or maybe your wrist or something. I think he's grown slightly attached in a way, but I think he's just get back safely because I don't want to lose anyone else. And as he does that, I think in your mind you get a flash for a moment, and you see someone that looks like, ooh, actually, let me go to my freaking Google Doc. You get a flash of, if I can freaking find it, there you go. You get a flash of an individual who seems to be, did I ever give them a thing? I didn't, so I'm gonna give it to them now. A black-haired tabaxi with bright blue eyes, wearing robes. You see they have a book in front of them and some other things, but they seem to be looking down at a younger Leopold. And you see this individual is giving them instruction about how to wield a wand if necessary, how to read certain books, etc., etc., etc. Somewhat of a mentor is what you're seeing for Leo, and potentially they are seeing Winnie in the same regard, being the other mage in this group. But as you see that, you get a boost of I don't want to say potential. Did you get a boost of just energy? I'm going to put my last spell slot into an enhance ability on Winnie for dexterity to make sure that they can get there safely, stealthily.
All right. Well, hopefully as my dog stops freaking out. No, he's still going. Okay, great.
He's distracting everybody else in El Terrell, so thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Cujo's dog. We appreciate it.
Shut up, So, Winnie and Utazash depart. Just checking one thing real quick. Okay, cool. Now, just to double check, Winnie is taking to the sky. Utazash is falling on the ground.
Yeah, I'm on the ground, but I think she'll pretty often go to the rooftops.
Okay.
Especially if staying off ground level will be easier because people don't look up, and especially people who wear a lot of heavy armor don't look up. So I can just be up, and especially now she can move, action dash, bonus action dash. So she can really book it if she needs to. So even if she kind of loses a little bit of stealth, she can just get out of dodge very, very quickly. So as long as she's got buildings that she can climb and jump over into, she'll just Spider-Man it across. And then when she's on the ground, she'll stay in the shadows and weave between buildings.
And Winnie's going as high as she safely can. Like if there's even like cloud cover, like I will use whatever fog, mist, whatever to mask myself.
Okay. Utazash, give me a stealth check.
Okay.
And Winnie, I'll say give me a stealth check with advantage because you were so high in the sky.
They also have the enhance ability, which gives them advantage.
You also have that. Fine.
That is
Just
only an
take it.
18. for
Hey,
me.
I cast a spell. My last one.
I gave her a tattoo that basically makes her a barbarian as a bonus action. So
That's true.
we're all pitching in.
Yeah, that's true.
22.
Okay.
18.
Okay. Utazash, you weave through the streets. You move to rooftops. You spot several Bright Shield who are basically on alert. They are moving through the streets, but they are aimless. They're not focused. And it hits you that everything you've heard about them is true. They really are just another group of people in this city who designated themselves with authority. They don't have a structure. They don't have a plan. They gave themselves this superiority. And so they are just moving through the town, questioning anybody they can, and being met with nothing but resistance. Winnie. You are flying through the sky. And you feel the hand grow heavy. I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
Okay. That's a 17 on the die
Okay.
for a 16.
All right. You feel it grow heavy, and for a moment your broom like dips a little. And you feel it continue to grow heavy. And you can hear the words of your patron, the champion of the Matron of Ravens. Faster. You have to go faster. He knows what you're trying to do. He's not, and the voice goes silent.
Double dash, whatever, as fast as I fucking can on this stupid broom.
You know you have a little bit left to go. But as you go, and as you feel the wind tear through you, your hood flies back. it's almost like tearing into your skin how cold it is. You hear, "Oh, no, 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 no. We can't have that, can we? Little hex blood." What do you think she's going to do? And as this voice is in your mind, it almost sounds like it's coming from near you. It's like the source shifts. And you blink, and there is someone flying right next to you. An individual with sunken, stretched flesh, whose internals are gone. They are rib cage and skeleton, with two glowing purple eyes.
What?
No, 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 no. I'm curious, do you really think that this is going to work? Little Hex Blood, do you really think that she is going to take me away? No, child. Death has no claim over me. What do you do?
I know who this is. I know what he represents. And I know the champion is the reason I am still here. The matron is the reason I am still here, if nothing else. Dungeon Master, I am fucking stubborn. And I don't like being told what to do. So Winnie quite literally, like, it's like when a jockey is trying to get as much speed out of their horse as possible, ducking down as close to that creature's body as they can and bearing down.
This figure, like as you increase your speed, they do too. And you are moments from getting to the doors before you hear, "Don't you want to know what happened? Don't you want to know what pieces fill those empty bits of your memory? Don't you want to know where you came from?"
Fire.
No. I offer you truth. I've only ever offered truth, that we are what the gods fear. I will never lie to you. I will never deceive you. I will show you everything that your little heart wants so clearly. And an image enters your mind of Marcus surrounded by broken chains.
If there's one thing I am, it's not a fucking hypocrite. I can't be cross at him for making rash decisions and then going and doing the same goddamn thing. Fuck off!
You make it to the ground. Udazash, as fast as you are, you see like Winnie is absolutely at a breakneck pace on this broom. You make it to the temple. What happens?
Like, I don't think she quite, like, it's not a good landing, y'all. Like, manages to sort of hop down and, like, does that thing where your forward momentum is a little too forward. So she's, like, windmilling and, like, swearing, but runs straight headlong into that fucking temple.
Okay.
Grandfather!
Yes? What has happened? And he sort of comes around the corner. Winifred, what's going on? What's happened?
I need to speak to Our Lady now.
All right. He immediately opens up the back doors. He just shoves them open. You hear the doors slam into desks. You hear some glass fall and break, and he immediately leads you towards the back room where the actual like altar is. Udazash, I'll say at this point, you are like full breakneck, also catching up to her as well.
Winifred, you are so fast. That was amazing. Okay, all right. And she'll just kind of shut the
Not
door
listening. Not listening.
behind. And I think she doesn't read any of this. She doesn't read any of the panic. It just, okay, if we're doing this quickly, okay, shut the door, and she'll follow.
Okay. He immediately like sets to work like lighting the candles and everything around that altar, all while Winifred. He's now standing next to the grandfather. How many did he lose? How many in service of her? How many children were lost? Not so unlike you. Or maybe unlike your friend Udazash. Ooh, a servant to Queen Mab. Ooh, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemies. Just constant toying and manipulation.
Magic circle. Is there a magic circle?
Yes. And he immediately lights like one more candle, like throws the match down and then sets to work like dusting off like an old like leather scroll. It's quite long, and he just like unrolls it, and you see inscribed on this leather is a magic circle, and it covers the floor.
You know what? I don't have anything left, but what I do have is like a couple of dice on my fucking healing light. So Winnie runs into the magic circle, drops, slams her hands down, and pours whatever last bit of celestial energy is still left in her into the circle.
High or low?
Oh, I'm gonna throw up. Oh, this is a bad idea. What did I do? Oh, what did I do?
You pour everything into it, and you watch as this inscription, this magic extends out through the lines, and this light emanates from the ground as the spell circle activates. The voice is gone. The image of that undead monstrosity is gone. Standing nearby is a half-elven gentleman with long black hair. You recognize to be one of the forms of your champion. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
He kept talking. I didn't listen to him. I swear I didn't listen to him.
I know. And he sort of kneels on the ground right in front of you. and reaches and takes your hand. I know. I know. I know. Breathe. Breathe. You are fine. You are safe. His torment is gone. You did well. You did so well.
And Winnie breathes, squares her shoulders, and lifts her chin. I have a gift for Our Lady of Ravens.
Name this gift. And he knows. He's been watching. But he wants you to say it aloud.
I present the hand of her sworn enemy, the Whispered One.
There's this Udazash, you're outside the spell circle.
Do I see the champion? Do I see any of this?
You see Winnie. You see her in the middle of the spell circle. You hear what she's saying. But you don't see who she's saying it to.
I think it's obvious there is something going on, and she's drawn her bow because something bad has happened and she doesn't know what. But she's gonna move next to the priest and then stand there just watchful.
As you do that, the shadows in the room get a little darker. And some of them go just a little long. As there's just this very heavy, unsettling energy in this room now. Something's... You see the priest take his holy symbol and gently reach over and just place a hand on your arm. And he's going to cast Bless. If only because that is the only thing that he knows how to do in this moment. He is not an accomplished cleric, but he just sort of holds you as the flickers of the flames. There's like an unseen breeze. Winnie, your champion says, she hears you. Smite the hand with everything you have. Bring her power, her fury upon it. She has granted you the strength to do so. If you do, you will have removed one of his vile stains upon Faerun. You can do this. We believe in you.
When he sets this parcel down in the circle, she steps back as she unrolls it, and the hand is there, withered and curled. Shut up. Shut up!
It's just sort of ambient whispers that now fill the room. Udazash and the priest can hear this too. You just hear this.
And Winnie steps back and puts her hand out. Technically, all I have left is Eldritch Blast, but if my lady commands it, that is what I will do. And over and over and over again.
So, for those watching, because this has come up before in one of my past games, where players decide to destroy an artifact of incredible power, I have a rule for this. It is a percentile. The higher I roll, the worse the blowback is. Because there's always a blowback when you destroy something that powerful. A 25 and below, nothing happens. You got a 22. It takes several of your Eldritch blasts. But as you do, with every blast you unleash, its form changes and grows stronger and stronger. Until finally, with one last this energy explodes out from this spot in the center of this spell circle. And when that light fades, there is nothing but a pile of ash where the Hand of Vecna once laid.
And I think, Udazash, you see, and you know what Winnie's Eldritch blasts look like. It's that violet and black, almost smoky energy. As she hits the hand over and over and over again, you see flits of gold start to break through until that last blast is just a rush of radiant energy.
Now, Laura.
Uh,
You had mentioned that bringing the Hand of Vecna to your lady should reward you with some sort of a boon.
just a little. That's a lot.
You have chosen the Celestial as your patron. You have healing light.
Yeah.
I would like to offer you a choice. An alternative method of healing, or an alternative means of dealing damage with your Eldritch blasts.
Winnie takes care of people. She's a healer at the end of the day.
Okay. This is where we're going to go ahead and take our 10-minute break. Because I have to think of a mechanical thing to give Winnie. And I don't have it on hand, but we're going to think about it. So, to those in chat, thank you guys so much for all the raids. Classic Sam and STF Network. I like that name.
Hi, friends.
Hi, friends.
Hi.
Welcome to Critic Chronicles. This is our spiritual sequel to Baldur's Gate 3. We have delved into some heavy stuff. And now the artifact that I have tattooed on my arm is now gone. So that's a fun thing. But
Nevin's gonna be pissed.
yeah, Nevin Torn's gonna have some problems with this, but it's gonna be fine. So,
Sucker.
yeah, shout out to the guys playing Starfinder and Pathfinder. We love those games. Rock on. Hell yeah. 10 minutes, go take your bio breaks, get your snacks, do some stretches, take your medicine if you haven't. And we'll see you guys in about 10 minutes. Be right back, everybody. Hello, Internet, and welcome back. So, the magic circle slowly fades. And Winifred, you stand in it a little bit different. That radiant quality to your Eldritch Blast lingers. And you kind of feel it coursing through you. It's warm. You don't entirely feel like, as you so eloquently have put, that somebody is walking over your grave as much. There's a little bit of, I'd say a little bit of warmth under your skin right now.
It's done.
That was incredible. Are you okay?
I think so.
There was a lot that are going on that I do not know if I understood. Except that you were incredible.
I am. I saw my patron. But my lady, she gave me something, and I think it stuck around.
Well, I would assume if she was going to give you a gift that she wouldn't take it back. That's just rude.
Oh no, that'd be very unfair of her.
Exactly.
Thank you, Zash.
I mean, I just stood here. He did a thing that felt very fun, and there was like candles. I think you did most of the work.
You look at the priest who's like,
Oh God, I'm so
No.
sorry for bringing this trouble to your door.
please, no. He looks at the pile of ash. What you have done is something that many have dreamed of doing. Please, if my old heart needs to beat a little bit harder to catch up with the rest of me, that is fine.
Father, I don't know if you heard anything about what's been happening in the city, but I think we both might need to stay the night if that's all right with you.
Absolutely. Let me make up some beds. Beds. And he looks right at Winnie. Beds. Not benches. Mm-mm.
Fine. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay.
I mean,
all right,
unless you
okay.
really want to. Are you a fan of benches instead? I can get you a bench if you prefer.
No, it. Fell asleep out in the graveyard last time. It's not a big deal.
When we edit this clip, can somebody please put the sound of dial up?
I was just gonna say beautiful mind math. Just
It's like a slow zoom.
Yeah. If Leo was here, reading Udazash's thoughts, was she sleeping on top of the grave? Was she sleeping in the grave? Was the bench on the grave? Was it in one of those crypts? Was it? I probably shouldn't ask her any of this. I feel like that is too personal to ask.
Zash.
Oh, yes.
Your face is extremely loud.
Well, there is a lot of it, yes.
What would you like to ask me?
Oh, should I wait until the morning to take care of the lantern? I feel like there was a lot going on, and usually I'm very antsy to take care of the lantern, but I feel like after whatever just happened with the getting rid of the hand, which was really cool and amazing, I feel like that's maybe you'll need sleep on a bench in a graveyard. I don't know, but like he absolutely needs to not be doing something immediately, and
No,
you
no, 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 no,
you
no. I'm
look
not.
like you need to bask on a bench, and
I'm.
so I think I can like hold in my need to get souls out of cages for like 6 to 8 hours. I think that would be good. Yeah.
I'm mostly afraid that that poor man is going to have a coronary if we put him through any more stress. So I am in agreement with you there.
Okay. So yeah,
Uh,
let's get you in a bed in a graveyard.
I will stay inside this time.
I mean, wherever you would like. I've certainly slept in very weird places, so it's fine with me.
The caretaker leads you to a pair of comfortable enough beds. It's clear that these are like bunks that are meant for those who stay at the temple, who are a part of cleaning and worship and whatnot, that are not being used. So, chat, I must go bask on a bench now. But as you both find some peace, we're going to come back to the bakery. Serenity sits next to Granny. I am so sorry I disappeared. It turns out that they kidnapped me. Apparently your intuition was quite on the point. Yes, well, I tend to have a way about these things. And they sort of like lean their heads into one another just a little bit. Go ahead.
I think there's definitely a level of, and nothing that needs to be obviously RP'd, but there's definitely a level of just small talk and just, again, getting bearings with Michigan Kellen. But I think there's a moment where he looks back to Marcus. Question for you, Mr. Hellhammer.
I can't even imagine the last time someone called me Mr. Hellhammer. Thank you. But I got an answer.
How long have you all known each other?
I haven't even been counting the days. If I had to think back on it, the first time I met these folks, I'd say about a year back now was. But that was a one day kind of thing. We didn't really like get along or nothing. We was just saving Baldur's Gate. Actual traveling together, I'd say, gosh. Oh, maybe 2 tenors, maybe a month.
Sorry,
But-
saving Baldur's Gate.
About as much as we could do us. About a year ago, there was another attack on the city. We did what we could in our little part of it. And then about a year after that, there was another attack on the city.
I don't think I realized that you all were there.
From what little I can remember that day, it was, everyone was everywhere, Cher. It was chaos.
I left, but
Yeah.
I was clearly also. I just didn't know that you all. It's funny how those things work, I guess. his meeting at such a the day of calamity seems like something that would scare most people, I think. But you all have such a tight-knit connection.
I think you're gonna find Leopold if you don't already know. It's that chaos that brings you together. The peaceful times. That's the reward, right? Shit, that's what you work for. It's those good days, those good times. But it's that suffering, it's that anger, that hate, that fire, the fire that burns everything. That's what makes you all come together. Put that fire out. And we have been unfortunately blessed with an abundance of LaFoe lately.
So, once you find Shale, what happens next? For the three of you, that is.
Well, it depends on what they all want to do. I know this for sure. There are worse things coming, and with them, hell coming with them. And I'm tired of running. So if they want to go back to Baldur's Gate, they can do it out there, but I'm not stopping. Question is, what are you going to do about it, Leo? El Torrell, this place reeks of my home. They're going to love this place when they get up here. You leave here, you might be able to stop them from getting here. You stay here, then you got to start fighting in the city when they're already too close. You are on a very interesting precipice, my friend. Do you stay and let the troubles come to your doorstep? Or do you step out, make a big damn choice, and stop them from ever getting here?
You can see that the expression on his face that he is listening. At least in his eyes that he's listening, but everything else is a scared child or someone who has never really had to think about the world in that regard. Truthfully, this was never meant to be a home, I guess. I had to get away from Baldur's Gate when everything changed there, and for me, I still really don't know what all of this is, and I worry that the more I don't know, the worse things could get. I ran, but what I saw when I was running, what I was feeling when I was running, it felt like the need to consume everything, the need to know everything, the need to eradicate everything. I guess whatever was controlling everything felt that way, and maybe I felt a little bit of that. I don't know. I don't know what happens if that happens again. And I really want to know, so I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of all of this. That's a lot to ask for, on top of trying to save the world. I've never thought those would be the two things on my resume. So I guess I don't know what's next for me.
Take it from a guy who blown up the same damn building twice. You don't have to know what comes next. You just got to look forward to what you learn when you get there. I don't know what I'm doing. There's a lot coming down my way. Am I ready for any of it? Hells no, I'm not. But a wise man once told me, a shark dies when they stop moving forward. So, why would I let myself drown? Why should you let yourself drown? If you're changing into something, I have a feeling either it is going to be you, a new form of you, or it's going to be something else, and we won't know until we get there, and all we can do is worry about you being the perfect you in the moment. And I'm really excited to see what that looks like for you, Cher, because I have no idea what it's like to go through what you're going through. I just know what I'm going through, and it ain't good either. So, you drink. I find these conversations are easier with the whiskey in a fireplace. You drink at all? You put some hand on the chest?
My mother used to let me have a glass during dinners, mostly when we were entertaining the guest and like the Duke and other things.
Right, yeah, because you, high class, yeah, okay, well, I'm not gonna force nothing.
It feels weird, but I guess I was by birth.
Hey, I was a scrub in a gladiatorium. We all start somewhere. We are where we are now. Question is, do you feel comfortable having a drink and talking about this, or do you just want to be present? I don't know.
I can drink. I don't know what else to say, but I can. Is it spicy?
I mean, it can be.
You want it to be spicy? Is that a thing?
I love spice. You kidding me, Leo? Oof. Spice is the God's way of saying they like your tongue and they want it to be happy.
Okay, then spicy it is.
That's my boy. Okay, hold on. I'm going to reach in here. I have this 3 chili infused scotch. I took a dwarven base. I put in some. I chopped it up, let it ferment a little bit. It's going to be a little worrisome at the front, but once the fire goes away, I think you might like it a bit, I think you just might.
Just like looks at Kellen and Misha, not sure what to expect.
I will say that Kellen is right next to you and is sort of eyeing it like, I mean, why not, right? Mishka is not standing immediately close, but she did hear everything that was said, and she is a little closed off. But she says, yeah, sure. That sounds good.
He's going to reach a hand out.
I am going to uncork a Darkstone bottle, and I'm going to at first extend it and then pull back for a second and say, just a splash now. Just a little splash on your tongue. You don't drink it like it's water, because it ain't.
Okay.
And I hand you this bottle.
You like see him like take the bottle and like do like a.
There is a robust scent of vanilla and honey and smoke from a fireplace, and then you get something that tickles your nose, almost like when someone's cooking with spice in the kitchen, and it kind of makes you want to sneeze. That's on the back end of it, tickles from the scent of it in this cool dark bottle.
He's gonna take a taste, probably need to make a con save. 14. I just check. I got 2 things.
14's pretty good. However, DC was a 15. So you're not hammered. You're not immediately like punch drunk and all that stuff. But like that spice hits. And then you start feeling a little loose. Just a little comfy.
I think I think it lets him settle for a bit. Probably like takes a little bit of the anxiety away.
Eventually, Mishka will take your hand and sort of begrudgingly, like you can tell she's still maybe not in the best of moods after hearing some bits of that conversation, but she's trying.
He will, I think as he's like nursing, he's probably a little quiet, but mentally to both Kellen and Mishka, he will say, I don't know what happens next. And obviously I need to get answers or solutions to everything that is happening to me. But I'm not leaving you two.
Kellen will think back. I know. To be honest, the moment you said that they were pretty powerful, I was kind of excited for you. It's an opportunity. And we'll be here. No matter what. And you hear him say, Mish. And even though it's all telepathic, Marcus, I want you to know that she does, but doesn't say anything.
I'm looking at that, and in the back of my head, I'm like, I can hear your face, yeah, very loud, but okay.
She says, "Oh, so we're just fine with oh, this is never going to be considered a home. That, at some point he's going to just up and leave or whatever. Yeah, it's fine. This wasn't a home. This wasn't anything. It's fine." But
I need a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
At disadvantage.
Because you buzzed.
Yeah.
Vino Veritas doesn't mean it's in Vino Sophia. That's
Out loud, he does not say it in a telepathic bond. Out loud, he says, I said El Terrell wasn't my home. I didn't say you two weren't my home.
There is a solid beat where Mishka's whole standoffishness, this need to keep people at a distance, this quick wit, quick to insult, quick to just be a dick for a little bit, all fades. Really?
And then he realized he says it out loud. He said that out loud. He goes, yes. We've been through a lot, and I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for you two. So even if whatever happens and I start to travel, I come back to you two. As long as you don't be a rogue stuff and get like caught and then die.
She rolls her eyes, and you see her quickly reach up to scratch her eye. Absolutely, there was just an itch in her eye. But then she takes a second and steps in close and just hugs you tight.
Oh, he immediately pulls in Kellen as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think just again for comfort and self-care, he just doesn't really say much else. I think he just needs to let go.
Mm-hmm.
He probably drops the form too, unintentionally, but just in a state of comfort and bliss almost.
It
Not
was definitely
really.
going to be a moment where even Kellen was like, it's okay. You can let go.
Yeah. But then he'll just like also you'll see like as they're holding the bottle is just hovering in front.
After that next sip, it like starts to go back down to the table, and then Mishka grabs it while in the hug in this emotional moment, like,
Oh no! Oh, Michigan! No! Oh shit! Oh no!
honey, shut up. I've had alcohol before.
Yeah, I was more worried about the spice, but okay.
You see Kellen's hand go. And then just focus on the hug. Go ahead.
This feels very real and very intimate, and Marcus feels like he's somehow I don't know, I can't think of the right word I'm looking for, but he feels like he's seeing something that is not meant for him, and to respectfully let this moment happen, he's going to try and turn his attention away, and he reaches into his pack for something to respectfully turn his attention away. The first thing he grabs is a weighty parchment paper, and he remembers the contract, and he pulls it out, and he just doesn't even unwrap it. He's just staring at it. This piece of paper now seems to weigh 20 pounds in his hand, and he just keeps thinking, like he said before, when sharks stay still in the water, they die. I don't want to drown. And he's looking at this thing like, is this forward or is this still? And he just kind of shakes off the thought because he can see a spiral when it's coming, puts it in his bag, cracks his fingers, and goes, now, if you're going to hold on to that bottle, you're going to pay me for it or you're going to give it back. I'm just putting out the options, your choice, yeah.
Mishka reaches a hand up, takes the bottle, and takes another long pull from it and sets it right in front of Leo. And you hear a clatter of coin on the table.
I fully, yeah, okay, no, I know what that means. All right, so I'm just gonna stretch, grab the coins, put it in my pocket, and go, I wonder if they got rice yeast here. I can make some beignets for breakfast. Woo, child, I'm excited to cook. And he gets up and walks very much away from this entire moment.
He walks anywhere.
They need that bottle tonight as a night, and I'm just gonna let them have it. And Mark exudes stage left even.
I just want to clear. Probably the most that happens tonight is like they play dominoes
100%.
and pass out.
100%.
I'm not saying it's gonna get frisky.
I know. It's just funny.
Yeah.
It's just like that is them. They play games and they talk and then they crash.
Yeah.
We ain't trying to repeat anything with the Emperor.
There's a story there. I don't know. I don't need to know.
Don't worry about it.
That's
Don't
it
worry about it, Boo-Boo.
After the
Yep.
show. Fine.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't
Winnie,
worry about
you know
it.
what? I like that PJ hasn't known what it is, because then we could just be like, I have seen things.
I've seen some shit, yo.
Uh,
Leo, at some point in this this moment of calm, you do hear Winifred's voice as she casts message from the temple.
mhm.
She sounds dog fucking tired, my guy. But we made it. We're okay.
You would hear back. What you probably first hear back is something to the sound of, I said go fish, not fair. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm glad you're safe. See you all in the morning.
Yes, we'll be back in the morrow.
What is your preferred breakfast?
Oh, I'm not opposed to a fry up.
Is that like a lower city thing?
I wasn't in the lower city for very long. You do the eggs and the rashers and the.
Oh, okay. Yes, understood. This. Okay, eggs and so I think Marcus is going to cook.
Oh, that's good. Would you pass word on to him, please, if you can?
Mm-hmm.
You did good, Leo.
Thank you.
Night.
Good night. Suddenly, Marcus, in your head, you hear, Winnie wants a fry up? I don't know what that is. She said eggs. All mentally.
You hear a pause, and you hear like a fry up. Oh, a full Baldurian. No, I know that. I know what I mean. I get that. Where am I gonna find blood sausage? And you just hear him like start rummaging through everything.
Just
I also-
tears Granny's kitchen apart.
I actually like the idea that there's no explanation, but from Leo's perspective, you just hear like the echo of Granny's voice and maybe like the echo of Marcus's voice. And then the sound of a huge crash.
I have 130 HP. It's okay. I'll survive.
I don't know. Granny's pretty deadly.
I like the idea that there's no explanation. No one will say what happened. But Marcus knows why everybody treats Granny and her establishment with respect.
It's giving 100%, and I say this with love, in the X-Men cartoon when Gambit tries to get in the way of Jean Grey's cooking and she throws him through the window.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
1000%.
So, so the evening passes. I saw that look from Laura. And everybody benefits from a long rest.
Yay.
The morning comes. No nightmares, no tension, no visions, no ominous tidings of things on the wind. After a very, very intense day, you all managed to find some peace and sleep. Now, no, I was kidding. What do you guys do?
Winnie, when you wake up, Udazash is already up and out of the bed, and you'll find her out in the graveyard. on a bench, and she's pulled out the soul lantern, and she's sitting on the bench with the soul lantern kind of in front of her. Like she clearly slept in the bed, but she's sitting on the bench looking at the soul lantern and then just kind of idly looking at the graveyard and then
Nash,
morning. Hi.
good morning. You're,
I'm guessing you slept well. You were very, very asleep.
no, I think that last little adventure of ours took a lot out of me. I wouldn't. Do you want to go find the father? Get that taken care of.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. She'll grab it. Lead on.
So we're gonna get the souls taken care of.
Okay. We'll kind of, well, I don't want to say fast forward, but you guys complete the ritual once again. And this time, there are dozens that are released.
I was about to say, all you said was there were, quote, many souls inside. That's what I had written down, so.
As each one is released, you see just this vague sort of ghostly image of them appear, either a sorcerer or a dragonborn, and they sort of fill the room around you all. And their faces are smiling and at peace as they know that they are about to pass on. You feel the gratitude of dozens of souls as they are ushered from this plane into the next, guided by a wonderful chosen of the Matron of Ravens. And it feels good. The caretaker sort of smiles. You know, I'd like to think I was doing good work by keeping this temple running. But I think it was meant to be here so that you can do the work that you're doing.
Then it sounds like you were doing excellent work.
I will continue to do so.
I stopped believing in coincidence a while ago, so.
Well, I haven't. You are welcome here anytime, no matter what.
Thank you, Father.
Of course.
Zash, we should head back. I'm starving.
Something tells me that grandmother is going to have plenty of baked goods.
And Leo said Marcus was cooking.
Oh, he's talked about doing the bends.
The bends. That sounds like the thing that you get when you dive to what?
He was going to make a thing. He was going to make a thing that he was real excited about. I don't remember what it was. But he was very excited about it, and so I am excited about it. Oh, here! And she's going to take the now empty soul lantern and kind of hold it out to the priest and say, could you turn this into slag at some point for us?
Oh.
Or sell it and turn it into slag, or to turn it into something other than this.
Sure.
Excellent. I've got to go eat really good food and then find a friend who has been kidnapped.
Oh.
Bye!
Bye.
Oh, Matron guide you, Father.
He gives a bow. Anytime.
Winnie puts her cloak on, put the hood up, and off to Granny's.
Okay. We cut back to the bakery. Leo, I need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
What happened when a mind flayer is hung over? Let's go.
22.
Oh.
You said con, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Sorcerers have expertise, proficiency in con.
All right. You feel a little grumble in your stomach from the spice more than anything else, but you don't really feel hungover or anything like that. It's more just that little bit of grumble. Mishka has not moved.
Tracks.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
No. I'm just saying that he's gonna try to move in a way that doesn't really disturb her, so she can continue sleeping if she is sleepy. I feel like of the trio, Kellen's always the first one up.
Sure.
Because he is a wizard, so he's doing all the studying that he needs to do, if anything. Honestly, what's probably happening is Kellen is like helping, like find any like recipe books. It's Marcus knows how to cook without recipe books. Kellen's like, did you add the pinch of salt? This says right here that the beignets need. So I think he is like trying to be an assistant. He's totally not doing anything good.
Yeah.
Real bad sous chef.
Yeah,
Real bad.
Yeah.
Marcus on occasion will look to me and be like, "Don't you tell me how to season my food. Get."
No, hey, listen, it's fine. I just need clarification. This says a pinch of salt. We have table salt and pink Himalayan salt. There's two different kinds,
Himalayan?
and I need clarification.
Marcus will look at me and he'll say, "Pinching is something you do to a nose or a cheek. I pour the seasoning in until I feel like it's good enough. Now get."
But it doesn't say that in the book.
He's like in the middle of like cooking like 9 dishes, and he looks at me. He goes like, "You don't read to cook. You cook with your soul. Now let me do my job." And he's just like he's like a mad scientist. He's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that." I'll go full the description like later about what the things are cooking, but I'm planning like Marcus is definitely planning like a major like 3-course breakfast, and he's probably like, okay, well, all right, well, they were probably drinking last night, which means one of them probably got a little bit of the yips, so I'm gonna do this and do that. But I'll describe that when the time comes. But he is definitely a tornado of red and spice.
I was just about to say, I think this is one of the rare moments where, like, in everyday life, the luster and the suave and charm of Marcus is gone, and it's just get out of my kitchen.
100% get out of my kitchen. And then I'm sure, like in this moment, he's realizing the hypocrisy. Is he like, well, I did basically try to kick Granny out of her own kitchen, but I'm the one cooking. I'll worry about it later.
Boy, if you don't get.
Yeah.
I actually also like the idea. We'll say Leo and Udi and Winnie, as you all sort of come up to the main level. Marcus, what wound has lingered from your encounter from Granny the night before?
Oh, that's a very good question. I'm going to say the wound is going to be a bruise on like my noggin. Like a little bit of like a little patch right there, and every now and then I kind of favor it when I'm stressed, and I go, yeah, and I just go back to cooking.
You definitely have some help, but Marcus throws together a wonderful breakfast of.
Okay, here we go. So, starting off first, I want to do some traditional works. So I'm going to chop up multiple. I'm going to butcher the name of this. Andouille sausages.
Andouille.
And thank you, andouille. Andouille sausages. Mix in the holy trinity of spices. Kind of make a little base of that. I'm going to add it to a couple of omelets. Spiced with some grilled bread. Put that all together. That's going to be the major first plate everyone's going to get. Also working on making a massive, fresh, piping hot collection of beignets with the powdered sugar poured fresh over it. Still butter. You can still smell the fried bread. I am working on creating a secondary dish, which is basically a bean stew with a little bit of etouffee in there, a little bit of jambalaya mixed in there, I should say. So you also have this savory breakfast soup that some of the fried bread can be used to pour in there. And last but not least, there's 2 things I'm doing: a little bit of Cajun cream to put on your fried bread, and Once everything is set for the breakfast, I am then turning over to Winnie's breakfast. I am solely making her the fry up completely with all my focus and attention. And for that, I'm going like, okay, well, she said she want a full Baldurian. She deserves better than that. So I'm like, with like the barbecued beans, I'm adding in the spice. I'm adding in a little bit of cracked black pepper, cinnamon, a little bit more of that Trinity right in there. I'm also taking all of the meats and I'm frying it up in some of the bacon beef fat and giving it a little extra flavor. The mushrooms and the tomatoes that all go into that. I'm gonna actually just do a quick stir fry of all that so it makes one solid base, and lovingly put 2 bits of fried bread covered in Cajun cream and 2 beignets on the side plate, and I'm just kind of sliding that over. If anyone looks at it, I'm just like, mm-mm. I'm just leaving it there, waiting for her. And I sit down with my coffee. I'm a genius.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That is great.
He is an artist. It is a love language, being able to cook, especially because he's wanted to forever for loved ones, but especially for this many people. He is like, I am, and this is amazing. I love this.
I'm a god.
I am a culinary god.
Kellen sort of slowly slides over to Leopold. Okay, so it looks really good, but I'm just saying he did not follow a single page in the recipe book for any of this, and it kind of makes my eye twitch a little bit. But I guess it kind of works.
He's just like jaw dropped at like the spread, and as Kellen comes over and says that he I've never really had to cook, so I don't really know what this is, but they sometimes you just know how to do something.
And Kellen says, "All right, you know what? That is another. You added it to the list." And he pulls out this journal that is titled "Leo is Rich Isms." I've rarely had to cook.
I never. I think he looked like. That's not fair.
No, you're right. It is not fair that you have never
What?
learned how to cook.
The butler never let me help him.
The butler never.
Let's all say it together. The butler never let me.
Help him. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Okay.
Winnie sits down next to Marcus. And she kind of looks down and looks shocked because this isn't any fry up that she's ever seen. You did all this?
Yeah, I had help. I believe Kellen did his best. And, we did.
Oh, it looks wonderful, Marcus.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You need to try some. Go ahead. I couldn't get the Baldurian black pudding, but so I improvised. We had some blood, but I tried to put my flavor in there for you. I think you might like what I did with the beans. And shit, you gotta try the beignets. I know I've been banging on about them since you met me, but you have not lived until you had a beignet.
What's on your face?
A lesson.
Got
You know what? Sometimes ambition is always a good thing, and sometimes you have to be reined in, and I was reined in, and that is fine. That's absolutely fine.
Doing that, like, she's totally not laughing. She's just clearing her throat. I don't know what you're talking about. But she reaches up and just kind of puts her fingertips on the bruise very carefully.
There's a look of like, this doesn't bother me, but one eye's kind of.
And I will cast a first level Cure Wounds. Because I have more spell slots now. And Marcus, you know what Winnie's healing feels like. You're expecting that that chill down the back of your spine, and it's cool, but it's more like someone's pouring cool water on the back of your neck in the middle of a long hot day. It's soothing without being chilling.
There's this initial preparation for that standing over your grave like a chilly October night, and then when it's more of a ice cold glass of water in summertime, it's like a huh. And Marcus is just kind of sitting with it and feeling it as he sips his coffee exhaustedly.
I know I've been avoidant and, well, kind of a hard-headed bitch, but we should talk.
I would like that very much, me. I know I have been all over the place, and I think some alone time would be good to chat.
There's a moment where Winnie doesn't know what she's doing, and she's just kind of doesn't know where to start. Looking at Marcus, looking at her food, absolutely off kilter, and she eventually just kind of grabs a beignet and crams half of it in her mouth just to keep her from saying anything stupid. Just This is really good.
You know my secret?
Mm.
I put a little bit of vanilla and orange zest into it, so I take an already perfect pastry and I just kind of open up its palate a bit.
Real quick, over by Leo, Kellen goes, and that's what's not in the recipe.
Here's the interesting thing. That happens as the bunch of us are leaving. Because as Winifred and Marcus have started this conversation, for probably the first time in her entire life, Udazash has picked up on subtext. Because let's be real, the subtext is like overtext here. It took the two of them. It took Marcus making an entire buffet, and so by the time either of you look over, Udazash has not only finished hosing down her entire meal, but has somehow managed to convince Leo and his two friends to pick up theirs and go into the next room.
And I was gonna say that I think at the very least, he would. Lots of eyes have been happening and lots of telepathic conversations have been happening. But he'll say, Mishka needs food and she's still asleep, so we're gonna guess. And on Udazash, I think you and Mishka are very similar. I think she wants to learn a little bit about your bow thing. And in your head, he goes, I don't really know what she needs. I'm just trying to think of a good reason to get out of here.
And then out loud, but very, 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 very soft.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically just in your head, but just to you, Udazash is going to go, we don't need to make up a reason. We should just go and give them the table.
Yes. And he will begin to leave. But GM, would you allow me to sleight of hand, please?
Absolutely.
Or I'll say it's up to you. Both are not really different. Or Arcana, because the purpose of this is as we're leaving, he doesn't have to move his hands. He doesn't have to look. He doesn't have to gesture. But Winnie's seat just slightly scooches closer to Marcus. Because that I can do.
I will say whichever one is higher, because this is not really a telekinetic shove, but it's kind of a telekinetic shove.
I love using magic for dumb shit like this. Oh no.
It's
We're
not
taking a
gonna-
picture.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, must be. It must be good. Must be good.
It's a natural 20. You're
For
welcome.
those who are joining us for the first time,
Excellent.
Oh my god.
anytime a critical success or failure is rolled, it gets marked in the chronicle.
One of the best nat 20s in the game so far.
Sorry.
No, not sorry. No, don't be sorry.
Never.
Beautiful.
This is like that like Little Mermaid. Sha la 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 my oh my, you know the boy's too dumb. You gotta talk to him.
Oh wow. Yeah.
The boy's too dumb.
When we're finally far enough away that we can talk normally, Udazash like goes into a tiny little mini rant of like, I have been waiting for like 48 hours for the two of them to finally talk, and it's finally, I don't know what was in those beignets, but like that was perfect, and finally they're so thank you so much for coming with. People here do not ever want to like talk about their feelings, so thank you. I owe you, and you know I say that to someone from the Feywild, so you know I really owe you. I don't know how I owe you, but I will. Thank you.
I mean, yes. I hope that they are kind of cute together. If this is the thing, I have money for wedding. Are they getting married? Is it a marriage?
I have money.
I don't.
You know what I meant. I'm trying to.
I mean, at this point, I think it is just that Marcus needs to tell her about what is going on with contract, but it might go further than that, and I'm just sick of the two of them, like, not talking to each other because they are angry. So, I mean, if you need money for marriage, I don't know how long
I don't know how long you've known each other. You said you've known each other for like a year. I feel like a year's long enough to be like, I love, maybe? Sorry, continue.
No,
Just
that's okay.
walking down
Yeah.
towards their little area.
Sorry.
I'm keeping the Leo is rich isms list with one of you.
Oh my god.
We need a t-shirt.
Whew. Serious face. I think it actually takes a second for Winnie to realize that the others have left, and she looks up and goes, "Oh, I'm gonna kill Udazash.
Huh.
I think we've been had."
Yeah, there is definitely collusion about us.
I was angry, and I know I wasn't subtle about it or terribly mature about it. We were right there. We were right there, and you were in trouble, and we could have helped, and you didn't.
I want to know what it is that you need to hear. What not what you want to hear. Not me pulling out some fancy answer that's gonna make everything better. I want to know what it is you need to hear, because I've talked about this 2 different ways, 3, 4, 5 different ways, and I just want to cut through all that and just talk to you heart to heart. What do you need to know?
I just need to know why. Marcus, we could have helped you. We could have stopped it. But you didn't even give us a chance.
You know, that's my fault. That's my fault, me. I was put into a problem. And I tried to solve it myself, and I didn't open up to y'all, and that's my failure. That's my weakness. But Shay, you gotta understand where I come from. No one is coming to save me. And there are people from there coming to haunt me. Haunt me every day. And when I saw Raphael try to take me, I realized then and there that this was going to be forever. And the only way I could see to save you all and myself was to go to the very top. When you want to tell me everything, I will listen, but you were saved by somebody else, right? Someone came, they saw you and they came for you, yeah?
As far as I can remember, yeah.
Udi talk about working for Queen Mab. She gave Udi the opportunity. Leo's a great kid. He was raised in a bevy of opportunity. He's had tragedy befallen on him, yeah, but he still has his resources to who he is. I was made in a factory as a thing for two parents that couldn't have a kid. L'enfant diablo, I'm a child of the devil. I was a soldier. I was stripped of who I am, what I am, and the people that made me that, and I was put in a cell as a thing. There was no one coming for me. I don't know if you know this. Not a lot of people break into hell. I am only here because I made the decision first with Mephistopheles. And when that wasn't enough, I made a decision with the only person stronger than him. Because I did not want to have my bullshit take me from you, or to take you from me. And I know it's dumb. And I know we could have done this together. But at some point, I have to make my own choice. And I have been fighting tooth and nail to make sure this choice don't need to affect you. And I am sorry that I'm sorry that I did not give you all the opportunity to express how much you care for me in that moment. That is my failure. That is my weakness.
What? I don't know if I can say that I understand, but I sympathize. No matter what happens, it's going to affect us. If you have to go, I am used to people dying. I am no stranger to death. It doesn't scare me like it used to. Not anymore. But there are things worse than that. And the idea that you might be trapped there. And then you go and race in and try to take Arkhan on just head first. What the fuck were you thinking, Marcus Hellhammer?
I wasn't sure. I was feeling. I was feeling me. I'll say this, I ain't sorry about it though.
Do you do anything that stupid again? I swear to God, I don't know what I'll do because you're taller than me and stronger than me, but I swear to God, don't fucking scare me like that again.
Mutual. Yeah, sure. Respect the hell out of you for taking that Vecna hand over and doing what you had to do with it. You both know that was dangerous. I did what I could to protect you, but I had to let you go. I had to let you do that to me. Let's make ourselves a promise. We can't control one another because I don't think any one of us wants to do that, but we'll tell each other. We'll tell each other how we feel. We'll tell each other what we want. Okay?
Okay. Marcus. You know I'm Fae, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a child of the devil. Contracts and words mean everything to everybody. You know? They mean different things, that's all.
As long as you're aware, darling.
Now, I'm not saying we a pair because I know we're just talking. But yeah, to me, it's kind of interesting that these two people like this in this conversation. I'm just saying the Fae, the devil. I mean, that's kind of interesting, no?
What do you mean?
I mean, one likes contracts, one likes to make contracts drastic, one likes making them dramatic. I just, did you like the beignets though? Like, because I really put my heart and soul in beignets. Just checking in on that. See how you like them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Marcus, thank you. It was one of the best breakfasts I've ever had.
I'm glad. And I'm just going to put this out there. Anytime you don't want Uri to cook, I'll be more than happy to step up and make breakfast, lunch, or dinner while we're on the road.
If Zash gets tired of being camp cook, I'm sure we'll be mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Man, this is such a good moment. I'm worried, but I think I need to say this though. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with that contract. I still see it as an opportunity to keep y'all safe and myself. And I know the weight of this ain't lost on me. I just want you to know I'm thinking about it though. And I'm gonna keep doing that. And I'm gonna I can't make a promise, but I'm gonna keep doing what I can.
I have connection to a very powerful goddess, but there are things that are even past her pale.
Yeah, like I said, ain't no one breaking into hell. Okay. Hey, We had a good breakfast. We had a good talk. We had good beignets. We had good coffee. Have you had some coffee? Put some of that cream in there. Make it real sweet for you.
I prefer tea. But Winnie will reach out and she'll take your hand. If it comes to it, I won't leave you there. That I promise.
Well, let's hope we don't come to that. But, thank you.
Welcome.
Udazash, you suddenly hear, are you a priest? Because I think we need to find someone that's ordained. Also, I don't have the ability. I'm sure Granny can steal some rings if that's important.
Steal? You imply I don't already have them.
I've pretended to be, but I don't think that's actually legal outside of the Feywild.
Oh, okay. I don't really know all the details, so I'm just doing the preparation if that is a thing.
Oh, I have no idea, actually. But,
Oh.
we can always be prepared.
Mishka, who is barely conscious, is sitting with the biggest coffee, just says, what do you think their wedding colors would be?
Purple and black and red.
Okay. I don't know the first thing of actually planning this, so probably have to talk to them. But if this is the next step, well, we have to find Shale.
We definitely have to find Shale. You know what? Shale is going to be a much better planner for all of this kind of stuff because I don't know the first thing about doing this. Honestly.
I should know, considering how much I have. And he stops and stares at Kellen. Never mind. I don't know nothing. I've never.
Because based off of what? What was it?
Nothing.
Winifred might actually be ordained to do this kind of thing. Maybe she can just marry the two of them. I mean, she is like a super powerful. Have I not told you what happened last night? I've not told you what happened last night. And then, we can cut away from Udazash immediately sitting down and telling the story of, and it's an honest story. She tells factually what happened, but it is super overblown. It is like the comic book extended version, everything up to 10,000 of what Winifred did. And Udazash is everything is just completely out of proportions, but it is technically accurate.
Absolutely. You see that, even though Mishka's probably not moving, her plate is hovering in front of her via Leopold, but Leo and Cullen are probably sitting down eating their food, kind of leaned on each other and just listening to the teacher tell them about what happened.
And as we pull back, we go somewhere else. We go to a deep, dark forest where there is a small caravan, maybe 10 or 12 individuals with torches making their way through the path. One of them has a bag over their head and is being pulled along until finally this individual falls into one of these tree trunks, and you just hear, I can't walk anymore, so if you're planning to continue moving, you're going to have to drag me. Okay? The bag is lifted from Shale's head. And slowly, sort of crouching down to be at eye level, is an individual with long dark hair, tied back in a loose ponytail. Thick, dark goatee. Clear signs of weathered and just sort of history. This guy's seen some stuff. Don't think that hasn't crossed our mind. Shale looks at this man. If you would tell me what it is that you want, or who you are, I would be sure that I could find somebody to deliver it to you. So why don't we just cut the bullshit and just tell me what it is that you're after? And this individual, it's not a bad offer. Well, and as he speaks these next words, there's a glamour that fades. As part of his jaw, his cheek, and his eye are ruined. Pieces missing. And it's left this dark, almost ichor-like wound that won't heal. My name is Jackson Tremont. And there's someone that's gonna come for you. And I'm going to kill them while you watch. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. Can't end just on fluffy, warm vibes. It's got to end with something creepy.
Who this be?
I don't know. Laura.
Oh, that's why you shrunk. Okay.
I would like to apologize in advance to my party for the bullshit that is about to happen. I'm so sorry.
Oh, all of a sudden, my contract is looking real fluffy right now, isn't it, Laura?
Hey, there was no contract. There was no goddamn contract.
This is why we don't adventure. Some of us just, are nobility.
No.
We go back to that conversation with Marcus. Like, I'm staying here with my things.
Chat, just don't hand your DM all the knives. They don't need that many knives.
Nah,
They
do
don't
it.
need that many knives.
So many
Do it.
little toys to play with.
I mean,
Do the
or-
dumb, have the fun, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
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 So
I mean, we knew it was coming. We knew it was coming.
We knew it
So
was coming.
we're here. We're here to dull all these knives. It's gonna be good.
we are here. Before we peace out for the evening, and as Laura hides behind their hair, we're going to give a send-off. We want to let you know where you can find these fantastic performers and where you can continue to support them, because holy shit, they are top tier. These individuals are the best. I love playing this game with them. I always have so much fun. And ooh boy, do they make me feel things. How dare you? So I'm going to throw it
Turnabout's
to...
fair play, asshole.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm going to throw it to my wonderful party. Let them know where we can find you and where we can support you.
The things I am feeling are joy and sadness and hunger, because oh my god. Hi, I'm Lauren Urban. You can find all the stuff I'm doing at my website, lauren-urban.com. Yeah, just go there. It's fun. Thank you.
Fair. I am Omega Jones, also known as Critbar across all social media channels. I do way too much. Follow me for all the things that I'm doing. Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, we're blazing through this. Hi, hello, good evening. It's Laura. It's Tutu. It's Laura Tutu. You can find what I'm doing or where I hang out at lauratutu.com, my website. More immediately, if you're gonna be doing some vampire LARP in Los Angeles for Darkness Emergent, I'll probably see you there. Okay, bye.
Hello, everyone. My name is PJ McGaw, and you can find me all over the internet at PJ McGaw. You can also find me and Laura over at althaven_, twitch.tv/althaven_ for the Noirville universe, a pull list with her and I specifically called The God in the Wolf. It's a very awesome, very incredible story we did. And there's more Noirville stuff coming around the corner, so look out for that, as well as a bunch of other stuff. Go check my socials. Dungeons Divided is going to do some crazy things. You might need some help for it. Most Extreme Ranking Challenge is blowing off in Brazil. And if you want to see the funniest, if you want to see me suffer without roleplay, go check out that as well. Anyway, thank you all so much for this. And Cujo, where can they find you?
Hello. First off, I'm going to give a shout out to some wonderful individuals. Hope Child 7, Mythical Turian, Side 21 TV. Thank you for the follows. Welcome to Crit Hit Chronicles. To Classic Sam NYGM, to STF Network, and to Hack Recklessly, thank you so much for the raids. Thank you so much for trusting me with your community. If you are still here, this is a TTRPG focused channel where we play TTRPGs and tell stories and have some fun and roll some dice. And an extra special shout out to Matt Boozley for the 10 more gift subs. Holy shit. You're already in first place. You are just cementing it in history. Thank you so much, Matt. You are so sweet and so supportive. Seriously, it means the world. And also to the rest of you for making us drink a whole lot of water. We appreciate you because hydration is important. But all that to say, you can find me all over the place as either Cujo Plays Games for my personal stuff, or you can follow. Thank you again for the Eat the Wet. Okay. Just in the middle of that's cool. There's only a little bit left in there. Or you can follow Crit Hit Chronicles on all major social media platforms. Not that one. For show updates, highlights, and that sort of thing. For the next couple of weeks, we've got our Thursdays open. We're going to be taking the TOV group and the TOV night to rest and recuperate to be ready for not this upcoming Thursday, but the following, where we return to form. Every Friday is going to be Shadows over Baldur's Gate, so tune in for that. It's not me next week because I'm going to be on vacation. Don't hate me, party. I'm sorry. I love you. I know. I'm sorry. We'll talk about it. But you can also find me every Wednesday over at Nerd Immersion playing some D&D. We just finished Phandelver and Below, and 2 of our party members are gone. One died, and the other one finished adventuring because that ending really hurt. So yeah. In the meantime, if you are in the Midwest area, follow Cujo Plays Games because sometimes I do indie professional wrestling stuff. It's going to be my last year doing that. So up until October, I'll be wrestling as often as I can. So hopefully I'll be able to see you guys at a show and you can watch me get beat up. It'll be great. But until then, we're going to go ahead and get a raid going for Smoking Glue Guns. They are playing some D&D as well. We want to support those in this space. Quick additional reminder, Crit Awards nominations are still open. If you have a favorite TTRPG content creator in this space in whatever shape or form, whether they're an artist, a map maker, music maker, all those things, go and support them. Go and give them a nomination because we want to support and uplift the people in the space. But in the meantime, thank you all so much. You are loved. You're appreciated. Please take care of one another. Please love each other. And we will see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.